You see the Nautica head wrap, nigga? I'm about to start selling these bitches, bro. I'm on my straight ancient Egypt shit. Fuck is you on? Yeah. What's up, my nigga? I ain't gonna lie, it's a bad time to be a nigga with an initial for a first name and a 5-letter word for a last name. They locking all these niggas the fuck up. Now, as we all know, the Diddy has been arrested. And while most motherfuckers is worried about how many bottles of baby oil this nigga had in his crib, and I'll admit, he did have a lot of bottles of baby oil. That's outrageous. It's an outrageous number of baby oil bottles. Motherfucker got so much baby oil in the crib, if you walk through the front door, you take one step in, you fuck around and slide straight through the back. An object in motion must stay in Diddy. Nigga, what? I feel like my only placement in these hip-hop discussions is to bring up shit that nobody else is really talking about, right? So today, I give you Diddy and the code of conduct, nigga. Now, when I say code of conduct, I'm talking about several aspects of the celebrity world that we see all the time. Drug use, backstabbing, willful ignorance, and the last one, sexual promiscuous girl, nigga. I'm about to tell you how all this shit playing into the Diddy situation, nigga. Let's go. Promiscuity. So let's be blunt, alright? In hip-hop, motherfuckers be fucking. The whole Young Money wanna fuck every girl in the world type shit, you know what I'm saying? But outside of the songs, we know the shit get crazy in real life. I mean, let's be honest, man. There's a woman out here who made an entire career out of sleeping with famous rappers. And the fucked up part about it is, these niggas ain't even stopped sleeping with the bitch once she starts snitching. That's how crazy this industry is right now, son. And believe me, I'm not putting anything on her. I think the whole culture is toxic, to be honest with you.
Nothing personal.
Sometimes women want to star in videos. Sometimes they end up eating a dick. Sometimes women leave the house looking for a dick to eat. It's the way of the new world, baby. Now the true freak shit comes in when we think about the Diddy. Cause this nigga's such a freak, I think he can't even help but to be a freak at all times.
I like when you like this, daddy.
This nigga be doing it in public and all that crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? The Diddy always got like this weird kind of glow in his eyes. Make me uncomfortable.
I'm gonna give it to you raw. Parents, make sure that you don't get fucked.
You know when you like 14 and the bitch got a big ass titty at the beach and it pop out and your eyes light up like you just seen Santa Claus? Yeah, that be the Diddy eyes 24/7. But over the next few days, we about to go from, hey yo, I heard Leonardo DiCaprio be at the Diddy party and everybody be fucking, to, hey yo, I just found out Leonardo DiCaprio be at the Diddy party and a video just dropped of this nigga eating ass. Allegedly though. So in that freak shit, we about to find out. Oh yeah, we gonna find out. But if the Diddy couldn't help to expose himself in public verbally, imagine the type of shit we don't know kept secret by niggas with much stronger tongues. Remember when Richard Pryor was talking about them crazy celebrity parties? Yeah, that shit was crazy from his perspective. Then we found out from Paul Mooney, another closeted gay man, if I could just be blunt.
You must be on crack.
That Richard Pryor actually got plugged up by Superman's daddy at one of them parties. So motherfuckers been freaking in the industry for centuries and we just finding out about it now because of technology. Drug use. Starting with the late 80s, there started to be this glorification of weed, or marijuana as some people like to call it. Mary Jane, Buddha, Sticky Icky Icky. I'm getting geeked off that wet pack, nigga, and I'm high as a kite. Now, I'm sure most of us agree that on the overall, weed isn't even that bad. But it's still a drug at the end of the day. And it started us down the path of rappers sipping prescription-grade cough medicine for fun and bragging about it on a 12-track album. Shit, man, even the universally hated Lil Boat got hot soon as he made a track about sipping on some watts. Now you might think of this as unrelated, but drug and alcohol use limits your inhibitions and increases the feelings of euphoria when paired with other things that cause pleasure like sex or intercourse if you like prudish. But when you pair these things in pairs or in threesomes, then it becomes much easier to get addicted to all of that stuff, depending on how you living. But if we look at the Diddy as a younger man, he was much more subdued. All the stories of the Diddy being weird really came from the Quad Studio shooting, then Biggie's death, then literally everything after.
Don't bring God into this situation.
Before that, he seemed like a rather regular dude who just really wanted to dance. If he was a freak, he was a closeted freak. Take that. But the Diddy was a successful man who was well known. In a country where women are honestly taught to seek out men with large amounts of money. So of course, eventually his closeted freak done took over his whole entire being. To the point where this nigga can no longer even act like a regular man amongst other men.
Huh?
Why won't you party with me for your birthday, man?
Yeah, we partied for my birthday before. You came to my party.
No, but me and you ain't never really party, you know what I'm saying?
But the shit way too easy to be detached from reality when you this rich. And then you couple that with the celebrity lifestyle of staying constantly inebriated, and that's a recipe for an addiction diddle man. So in fact, I don't even really blame Diddy for the way he is. The culture he became king of didn't start with him. Shit, it wasn't even started in America when you think about it. That shit was started with the kings of the old earth. But the difference is, in a system where you gain power off of financial status and not bloodshed and raw force, literally anybody can be a king. But at the same time, that means that almost everybody can fall victim to the same gluttony, greed, and lust that a king will fall victim to. And countless people around him enable him to do what he has done just by participating or not speaking up, which leads to my third point. Willful ignorance. No matter what we point to, if it's whatever freak ass party Superman father fucked all these famous men at, allegedly, or R. Kelly bringing fine ass 17-year-olds to the studio, that's R. Kelly words. That's not my words. That's R. Kelly words.
When you say teenage, how old are we talking?
Or the actual pedophile politicians and wealthy people who visited Epstein's island. I had to throw that in there because white actresses started a movement back in 2018. And even though they complained that the whole movie industry was fucked up sexually, we got one white man arrested for sexual coercion over the course of 40 years. One black man arrested for actually assaulting women over a 10 to 15 year period about 30 to 40 years ago.
Haven't you ever noticed after people have some of my barbecue sauce and they get all huggy-buggy?
One man who was arrested for urinating on a little girl on camera, but he was let go for that. Just to be locked up for having consensual sex with grown-ass women. Talking about some brainwashing. And another black man who literally beat his girlfriend for years with evidence and proof, and the police did absolutely nothing about it. And then they turn around and lock this nigga up for being a freak? The fuck? I thought this was America, people. From at the very least, the day that Cassie got assaulted in that hotel, there have been several people protecting the Diddy. But you gonna catch him on human trafficking. Come on. But here's where another part of my video comes together. Nigga, we know the culture. So we know for a fact that that shit is not human trafficking. And I do not understand why they hit the Kelly and the Diddy with those charges. If the Diddy is just replicating things that we know have been going on in Hollywood for something like a century, why are most of our examples of sexual assault arrests coming from black men? Remind me again about how we see a bunch of gangster black men looking very compromised at another white party, but this time it's run by a billionaire white man, so let's not investigate it. And I'm not on the side of any freak nigga besides myself, because I know my freak ain't gonna lead to nobody mental health being fucked up. But my point with this section is to say everybody in the industry of a certain status seems to know that these things go on, but for some reason they keep it a secret. If you ask them about these things, they claim they don't know anything about it, or they might say something like, yeah, it's crazy in there, but they don't want to provide any details. And that leads me to my final point. Backstabbing one's public opinion change, baby. You already know type of shit we on. These same people who keep a secret for so many years turn around and got stories for eons on the type of shit that they seen. It's not the signs of a good person when you attend the party of a monster multiple times and don't tell nobody about people getting harmed until a nigga get brought up on charges. Fuck out of here. I made a video about Diddy before, so check that shit out, cause I don't really want to repeat myself on why he's a monster and why allowing a person to harm people for 3 decades is a bad thing to do. Maybe Diddy could have been locked up a lot earlier if every nigga in hip-hop spoke up about the things that they saw instead of saying, yeah, it's crazy, I don't want to talk about it. But they all on camera at them white parties though, right? So what can they really say? It's probably 400 celebrities out here right now hoping Diddy gets sentenced before he start leaking all this shit. It's a cold world, nigga. I'm out.
Niggas hit you with that anesthesia, put you to sleep, bruh. You know it's the killer nigga woods where we creep, bruh. You know that my ninja they good, push like a Jeep, bruh. Catching niggas for days, no rest, math the reaper. Muscle memory in my cells, clap like a sleeper. Swim through money, I need a cell, these rivers deeper. My niggas got bonds, no better when shit go heater. Hammers banging, we bleed, your bodies everywhere, FEMA.